Yes, here on set is Samantha-Jo from the Washington Examiner. Samantha, I know that you've been talking to the Haley campaign tonight. How are they really feeling behind the scenes? Are they as, determined as they are publicly?
Yeah, I think I would say that they are, or at least that's what they're letting on at this hour. I was receiving some texts from Haley World, during Trump's speech, all of them kind of being like, wow, he's talking about her. He must be threatened by her. They're really trying to spin that narrative, and they're trying to talk about that, she's moving forward, that she's going to go to South Carolina, that they want to stay through Super Tuesday. She has fundraising, on the calendar, that she's supposed to be going to New York and Florida and all of these places. So the big question now is, are these donors willing to spend millions of dollars to support someone who still has not won one state? And, they're going to have to take a hard look over the next couple of days and see whether they're going to really want to chart a path forward.
Right. I was struck by the former president seemed pretty grumpy about her.
Well, I think he was mad. I think a lot of people were watching her speech tonight, watching her thank her family and kind of being like, all right, is this when she's going to drop out? And this is sort of a similar speech as to what she gave in Iowa, where she did something really similar. But I think a lot of people were thinking, oh, maybe this is the moment. And I think that's apparently what former President Trump really wanted to see.
Right.
And unfortunately for him, it was not, and this is still a race. But, it is notable that, President Biden sees this now as just a race between him and Trump. I think Democrats want to see it that way so they can start moving forward to the general election. But you still do have the former South Carolina governor who is in the race. So, we'll have to see what happens with that. But I think a lot of people really are trying to take a look at this, and they see how difficult it's going to be for her to move forward.
So the Haley campaign told our team on the ground last night there are now 2 states, as you said, where Trump got barely half the vote. That's incredibly weak for an incumbent. Everyone said he was going to win by 20 points, and that didn't happen. If her campaign is looking ahead to 2028 now and really focusing on her prospects there after this cycle, when is the optimal moment for them to pull out? Is it before or after South Carolina?
That's a really hard question to ask. I mean, I think some experts would tell you it would be before she hits her state of South Carolina. That's going to be a hard pill for her to swallow. We're looking at the polling. She is behind significantly, and that's embarrassing. That's her home state. I
think almost 30 points, right? At least according to Real Clear Politics.
Yeah, exactly. And she keeps saying, I want to go home to sweet, South Carolina. Well, it's not looking so sweet for her at this point. But she's going to have to take a hard look and decide what her path is forward. There still are, if you're looking at the numbers, there are still a lot of very unhappy Republicans. They're not happy with former President Trump. And he has a vulnerability, what we're seeing with these independents and, with some of these voters who do not support him. So it doesn't appear like his campaign is looking to court these voters at this time. Whether they will turn that way is an open question. It seems like he's kind of going to continue the scorched earth campaign against Nikki Haley, whereas I think some of his advisors and experts would like him to just turn to Biden and completely ignore her. But we'll see how that works out.
Well, thank you for staying up so late with us. We really appreciate it. Great chatting with you.
Great to see you.
So nice to see you.